Hey, Robin.
It feels like it's been forever.
I know. I was missing you.
Well, I've been missing you. It's time.
It's time.
Well, one thing I need to ask you. I had my lips done a couple of weeks ago. And since then, I've had all kinds of questions in the salon about lip injections.
Like.
So what can you tell me?
Well, like what kind of questions are you getting asked?
Maybe why women do lip injections.
Why do they do them in general?
Why? What is it? Is it Botox? Is it, what is it?
Well, I think, let's answer the first question. So why do women get lip injections? I think they're to change the shape of their lip. And why do they want to do that? Sometimes aging causes lips to recede or get smaller. Sometimes it's just genetic, or sometimes it's trauma. Somebody's been in a car accident or something's happened and their lips are not the perfect shape anymore. So you do lip injections to plump, add back volume that you've lost, to define the border, give you more of a lipstick border so that you don't get those little lipstick bleeds.
Yes.
Okay. Or to correct a trauma or a scar or something like that. That would be the reasons. Or absolutely because they want prettier lips.
Yeah, I just want that's real lips.
Yeah. Well, we were looking for good things for our Christmas catalog, and there was a little thing, and it says, "I'm a grown woman. I can do any damn thing I want to." It was on this little bag, and it was so funny. So why do they do it? Because they can. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I know what led me to it in the beginning was feeling like my lips were getting thinner.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they just seemed like as I was getting older, even the color was disappearing from my lips. And
right. Well, I can tell you that most women, or I guess everybody's really not symmetrical. Your body's not symmetrical, and I am not symmetrical. This side of my lip is not as full as this side. So when I do it, they will put more on one side than the other to make them symmetrical. So mine would be more of a genetic thing that they need to be filled.
I believe mine is too, because I'm the same way.
Okay.
One side is not as full, so we fill it a little more than the other to make everything balanced.
Okay. There's some interesting things about lip fillers that I do want to talk about. So when you say what is the perfect or most pleasing or most desired shape of a lip or the best way, I think natural is what comes to the minds of most. There are about 5% of women who, we call that body dysmorphia, who truly overdo, but they pretty much overdo everything. And those are the ones that scare everybody from thinking that they want to do lip injections, because they see somebody think, oh gosh, I don't want to look like that. Well, that's only about 5% of the population.
And it's good to know.
It is good to know.
Because you don't want your lips to enter before you do.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of women who like that. And maybe their husbands or their significant other.
A-okay.
Hey, and guess what? That's okay. But by and far, that's not what we're after. And there is what's called the perfect golden ratio. And that means that the top lip should be about a third the size of the bottom lip. That is the perfect desired or look that people like, or that is appeasing to the eye, that's most natural.
Okay, so you mean like this is 1/3 and this is 2/3?
Right.
1/3, 2/3.
Yeah. The top lip should be smaller than the bottom lip.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't.
Well, but now you do.
I do.
But now you do. And so does everybody out there.
Yes.
But I will tell you, as of late, the American Academy of Plastic Surgery and some other groups have done some polling and some research, and they are finding, and probably a lot because of social media and these influencers that love these bigger lips, that there is a more common or more neutral 1:1 ratio that people are going to, so that your top and bottom lip can be the same size and it still be pleasing to the eye, or it can look natural. It's what you never, ever, ever want is that your top lip is bigger than your bottom lip.
Okay.
That is not a good thing.
Yeah, it makes you look maybe like you've got a little something going on there.
A little something.
Something.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And there's other things, like we get people that come in and say, I want lips that look like Angelina Jolie. That would probably be one of the more common ones.
And genetically, I think she just had good lips.
There is exactly, yeah. So there is a golden ratio as well as just some symmetry of the face. And Angelina Jolie is one of those faces that you can go back to that old ratio that plastic surgeons and everybody else kind of go to, and she does seem to have the perfect proportions and measurements of the perfect face. People love
lucky
it.
her.
I know, lucky her. Yeah, she is one of those. But Taylor Swift, a lot of people love Taylor Swift's lips. I could just go through a list of people that say Kim Kardashian. There is a segment of people that will ask for that type of lip. Not so much in Wichita Falls, I would say, and not so much in our demographic. The much younger girl that's really influenced by an influencer would ask for those lips, but that's not a commonplace that someone would desire that type of look.
Some of mine is dictated by what, of course, my husband wants to see as well.
Absolutely.
Because he's always like, now, don't do something that's going to distort or,
I will tell you,
those kind of things.
We hear it every single day in the Cosmetic Laser Center. My husband said, or if I do this and my husband knows, or men, for some reason women have this thing in their minds that men love those big lips.
My husband definitely has an opinion.
Ooh.
He doesn't want to see anything overdone.
Oh, and most men don't. Now there are men that like, larger breasts and larger lips and things like that. Yeah, and larger honey bows. But I would say by and far, natural is what most men like. And I would say every single day, hear at least one woman say, now if I do this and they don't look natural, or if they look like a blowfish, or they look like a duck, my husband is going to throw a fit. So that is the commonplace thing, is that they do want the natural. Yeah, so Ray is of the a majority.
And I do take his opinion into consideration.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
I may not follow it all the time, but I definitely take it into consideration.
Fillers are really replacing something that your body naturally makes, which is hyaluronic acid, and that is a natural substance that helps give your body moisture. And so fillers, lip fillers especially, is just reintroducing something back into your body that it already has.
So the question I have, if it's hyaluronic acid that we're putting in, and it's something that our body naturally absorbs,
naturally produces. It already has it. Uh-huh.
So when I have to go back in and do something else to my lips, why is that? Why is it not a one and done?
Fillers are, put in there and your body absorbs them, so you have to continue to do it. That is a question we get asked a lot, is how long do fillers last?
Yes.
There are a number of different types of fillers, and the good news is they are reversible. So if you put a hyaluronic acid in your lips and you absolutely hate it, we can dissolve it. So that's the good news. It's not permanent. And then depending on the viscosity or the thickness of the filler, how long you want it to last, your age, what shape and definition you want. Do you want a lot of lip filler? Do you want a little bit? What we're doing, it's very customizable based on the individual patient and their lip shape and what their desired outcome is as to what we use. So I would say 6 months to a year is the time.
Is average,
depending on the filler that we use.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I know one time we were having a conversation, and our conversation was about the little bow.
Cupid's bow.
Okay.
The Cupid's bow. That is a very desirable look in lips. And the philtrum columns. Those little columns up here, and yours are beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful columns and beautiful.
Well, I think Danielle did that.
Okay, we made that. Yeah. Okay. Well, they're good. That's good news. That's good news. But that is something that when you're younger that you naturally have, and as you age, those typically go away. So that's something that we can certainly put back. And I think the thing that's super important to remember is that fillers are an art, and that there are proportions and there are calculations to make somebody look natural and not overfilled. And so be very careful with the injector, because it is something that is, somebody does have to have an eye for it, not only advanced training. So you can really distort or change the way somebody looks if the fillers are put in the wrong place, if the wrong fillers are chosen, if they're, put too thick on the top. And there's all kinds of things that can go awry that makes them not look as natural.
Oh my goodness, this is so interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks for answering my questions.
Absolutely.
I felt like I had lots of questions about this today.
No, I think, I do think that it's becoming really commonplace now for women. I would tell you that the majority of people, maybe not majority, a lot of women that you know have fillers, and they look natural, so you wouldn't even know that they have, like yours look natural, you wouldn't even know that you have them. So I do think there's a lot of people that have questions, you know, how long do they last? Do they hurt? How expensive are they? How do you get started? You know, are they reversible? I think there are a lot of questions. So good, I'm glad we got to address those.
Me too. Yeah. Thanks, Lori.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us today on Mirror Mirror. We look forward to seeing you next time.